Okay, so this week we are doing an ad hoc episode, I suppose. We've lost Luch. We don't know where he is. He's disappeared off the face of the earth. We can only assume ICE has come and got him because the way he looks, obviously, that is a political joke, and we're not a political podcast, but it was enough to set Mallory off.
So do you remember how many times he got pulled over when he lived in Arizona?
Luck. Oh my God! If he still lived in Arizona, ICE would have deported him by now.
He got
He'd be gone, and he'd be. I remember the time I took him to Anfield to watch Liverpool versus Napoli, and Napoli fans had tickets in the Liverpool end, and they stopped Luch from going in because they thought he was a Napoli fan, just looking at him. And I was like, Luch, unzip your hoodie, and he unzips his hoodie, and he's got his Liverpool shirt on, and they were like, oh, okay, you can go in. So yeah, hey,
because for our American listeners, you can't they don't mix home and
they
away.
don't mix. Yeah. We fight.
Yeah.
We go to sports and we fight in Europe, so fans are called what's called segregated. I don't think you've ever had any segregation in the US, so I'm not sure you know what that is. But anyway,
What with the politics today?
oh, can you tell? Can you tell there's been politics books on my reading? I don't know if you can see behind. No, you can't see it just there.
No.
But it's the shortest history of China. I've just finished.
Oh,
Who
you've
knew?
been reading that.
Who knew? Right? Yeah. Okay, we are going to talk about Comic-Con. We are not going to talk about politics, but it is just the two of us. You're stuck with us this week, which probably means Luch is going to get bullied more than he's ever been bullied before in his life.
Well, so you're stuck with
Um,
friends.
yeah, well, yeah, the pretty ones. Yeah, what's it all about? Okay, Mallory is going to Comic-Con. I am not. Maybe one day I'll get back there. Maybe one day I'll get back there. They need to change the weekend though, or I need to wait until Molly's old enough that I can take her for her birthday.
She is getting there.
She is getting there. She is, but I mean, it would be a hard sell taking her for 4 days to New York Comic Con. Like taking her on a Sunday when there was a K-pop Demon Hunters meetup, great. But outside of that, it'd be a hard sell.
There is a K-pop Demon Hunters photo op this year.
There is, and you know now the actual real life actresses appeared on SNL this week as Huntrix.
Oh, I saw the Bo and Yang clip.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
So the real actresses are actually now forming a band together, where they will perform the songs, which you can imagine is going to outsell Taylor Swift, which is crazy in itself. But
I mean, I would listen to K-pop Demon Hunters before I'd listen to Taylor Swift. So,
well, I can't say that me and Molly didn't have a listen through to Taylor Swift's new album this week. Much to Jack's disdain. Do we have to listen to this? Why are we listening to your music and not my music?
When you want to listen to sharks and cars or whatever.
Sharks versus dinos, Hot Wheels. Right, that's all about the sharks versus dinos. Yes. So New York Comic Con is happening this week. One day I will get back there. But Mallory is going, and while you were on your most recent trip, because that's what Mallory does, jet set lifestyle and all that, you did manage to book into some panels. So we'll talk about the panels you booked into, and I'll tell you some other people that you possibly need to pop by and see while you're there. Big secrets. Big secrets. Yeah. And of course, before we even get to that point, if you do listen, then look out for Mallory because she might be wearing a little bit of merch.
Yeah.
Might be kicking about in some merch, right?
I designed it. It looks really cool.
What can I say? There's a graphic designer in you. Maybe, you know, as families go, the wrong person went into fashion.
I also agree. I don't know if you can see my very fashionable crop sweatshirt from today. Nerdy.
Nerdy as well. Thank
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Comic-Con panels. In no particular order, because I realized when I looked at it, I was like, they're not in an order, right?
They're in order.
Oh, they are. They're
in chronological order.
Yeah.
So, okay, before we talk about my panels, I want to talk about my process of getting these panels.
There's a process involved in the panels? No, just hit the button.
It's not. Okay, so I know we talked about this. I'm going to repeat myself. I don't care. I loved getting up early. When you were there, we'd go get a bagel, and then we'd go to the Jab Center before the doors open, and you literally had to go wait in that line until they started letting you tap in. Well, first, even our first year, you couldn't even tap in.
No, you didn't even wait in a line. You waited in a crowd. It was like a crowd.
A bracelet with what panel you were going in. And then you can go to the back of the next crowd and get another bracelet. I loved that because it made you really first of all, I think it let everybody that wanted to go to a panel go to a panel
Yeah.
because you couldn't pick more than one at a time.
Yeah.
Your first choice, and then maybe your second choice, and if you're lucky, your third choice. And then they started doing the tap, and it was the same situation. And then during COVID, they switched this whole online system,
Mhm.
and I hate it. I hate it so much. I wrote an email to Comic-Con about how much I hate it, and they didn't care. I mean, why would they care? But
They don't care.
no. I will say they have improved it because the first year they did, like, this whole online system, you could pick for your friends.
Yeah.
So, you could pick up to 16 seats at a time per day, and it was miserable because then by the time, like, everybody like, they sold out so quickly,
Yeah.
and I remember that year I couldn't get into a single panel. Just miserable, like, why don't
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I
Why
love
are you going? Well, I say that.
Right,
I'd go and see other things. That's part of what I'll talk about, but I get it. I get it. You're going you wanna go to panels, you wanna see the things.
right.
Yeah.
I wanna walk around the floor too, but for me, I really enjoy going to the panels. I like splitting my time. I like to see
Yeah.
the panels and then go back to the floor and then
I
go
don't
to
mind the floor. It's Artist Alley for me. I
yeah,
always loved Artist Alley. I think that's a great place to go. It's amazing because no other place in the world could you
mm,
you couldn't show up at the Oscars and then they've just got all the stars sitting there. And yet, in this weird world of comics, you've got literally the biggest names in comics just sitting at a table waiting to have a chat with you and sign something for you. And for me, that's amazing.
yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I think the panels, you go for the panels. Let's
I
not say
love the
go for
panels.
panels.
I absolutely
Occasionally, there'll be merch that you'll want to chase down. There'll be something that you'll be looking for.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
scour through long boxes, but
yeah. I mean, you were actually with me when I got, I think, my favorite art piece I've ever bought. It was, at in Artist Alley. I think we were leaving the con. It was, like, a long day. We were finishing, and we were leaving, and we walked by the artist who used to draw the Mad comics, and he had all the doctors, up to Capaldi
yeah,
was the doctor at the time, and the first 2 were in black and white, and then everybody else was in color, and we were leaving, and I saw it, and I bought it, and it's hanging in my office, and I love it. It's
yeah.
my favorite thing I've
I mean, you should probably just go back and say, "Here's 2 pieces of paper. Can you chug on a couple of doctors for me?"
well, I have gone back and I've seen that he has added.
Yeah. But I think it would look better if you were like, "Actually, what I need you to do," and I mean, if you walked up to him, this is the greatest thing about Artist Alley for anybody who's never been, is you can walk up to him and say, "Could you draw this for me?" And he'll say, $20, come back in 5 hours, or give me your address and I'll mail it through to you.
Yeah.
Like, that is
Mhm.
out of this world amazing to be able to think of. But you could totally do that. Just get them, say, "I've got this one. I need this and this added onto it, but I'd really like you to do it." And then what is it framed?
It's framed and it's in UV glass
Yep.
that way the sun won't damage it.
So the way I envision this on your wall now is you've got the framed one, right? And then next to it, you've got like 2 smaller frames with new doctors added on, and you can just keep adding doctors.
If I didn't hate the Jodie era so much, I probably would do it just because I love Nishuti,
Mhm.
but it was really hard. I truly almost stopped watching, like
So here's a question for you. I was gonna save this, but I'm gonna go with it today, seeing as we're here. Have you got Mary Poppins on there? Well, Mary Poppins is clearly a doctor.
like, actually Mary Poppins, not
The
like
actual Mary Poppins. Think about it.
not like
I was
Jan
I
saying
was scrolling through something earlier, and I was just
Mary
like,
Poppins is definitely a Time Lord.
yeah, right. Bag that's bigger on the inside,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Weird magical umbrella, right?
Mhm, mhm.
That's
Doesn't
clearly
he?
her sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's the picture. Have you seen the picture from Torchwood? So on Google Maps many years ago, the Google car was driving around, and literally on at Roald Dahl Place, which is the street on top of where Torchwood was, there's a random person as Mary Poppins stood just
So
waiting
funny.
on the side of the road.
That's so funny.
Mary Poppins is a doctor.
No,
Oh,
she's a
she is
time
a
lady.
Time Lord. A Time
She's
Lord.
a time
No, but she
lady.
could be a doctor.
No, no. Just like how the Master is not a doctor, the Master's the Master,
Yeah.
Mary
No, but
Poppins is Mary Poppins, but she's not the
she
doctor, she's just
she
a
could be
time
a
lady.
future.
No.
So it could be a future iteration of the Doctor, and there's that ability to shift.
Okay,
You
that's
know,
just time ladies. That's just the species.
just say
She just survived the Time War and went to go back to 1920s London and, save the children from Lin-Manuel Miranda and Dick
okay,
Van Dyke, 2 horrible London accents.
yeah. Yeah. At least Miranda's was the choice.
I'm
Like, I need to make this as bad as Dick Van Dyke because
Yeah.
at least then I'm iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think I think Dick Van Dyke knew how bad it was.
I think he knew it was bad, but I think that like it was that idea of trying to play the cinema Cockney accent rather than a Cockney accent.
Yeah. I love
But
it.
anyway, we digress. Back to Comic Con. We never do that. That's a drink, by the way. You have to finish your drink. If you're playing the drinking game that we're slowly creating as we go through this. Comic Con, your panels. Let's
Okay.
go.
First panel, Saturday, 11:15 AM. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion, which now that I'm rewatching everything, I am really excited. And I think I'm more excited about it now than I might have been a year ago. 'Cause I mean, to be fair, I always liked the show, and I remember the show did go off at the end, and we've talked about that a lot. But I think now that I'm rewatching it and I'm kind of rewatching everything in chronological order, of when it takes place, I have a new appreciation for the show. And so I'm really excited.
Like, let's not lie about it. The show was fanfic.
Yeah.
Like that's what they were trying to do with the show is they were doing fanfic and like they were off doing their own fan fiction and they had money from ABC to do it. But
Mhm.
meanwhile, Feige and the studio were just like, no, you're not part of us. You're not involved. You're not playing. And they were like, well, wait, we're over here playing on our own sandbox.
Even though Feige was making so much money off of it
Yeah,
because he produced it.
well, yeah. But he always drew that line. He was like, "This isn't part of us," and so yeah, it's interesting. It's good to see. But yeah, and also for them, because
Mhm.
I mean, are any of them still acting?
I mean, Ming-Na Wen, but also does she need to act?
Well,
Like,
sure.
she's
And
been out.
the most important thing, obviously, is Coulson's going to be there,
Yeah.
and that his wife doesn't sit in the corner because nobody puts baby in the corner.
Ex-wife.
Oh no way! When did that happen?
A while ago, they
Really?
announced
'Cause
it.
she was at con the last time we went to see the Agents of Shield thing. She was
Yeah,
there.
I know. Oh, I
Wow.
forgot we saw an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I
What
was
year
only
was
when I was scrolling through pictures the other day. I was like, oh my god.
Must've been 2016,
Yeah.
had it been.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
There
That's
you
switched
go.
my photos. Yeah, no, they got divorced after that. I
Oh well,
know.
maybe we can put baby in a corner.
Mm,
Coulson will put her in a corner in a box.
so, no, I'm excited. I think it'll be
Okay.
good.
What
Oh,
are we expecting anything from it, or is it just a reunion? Do we think?
no, I think just a reunion.
You think Coulson's going to be like, I'm in Doomsday?
I think for the same reason why I'm gonna butcher her name, Famke Jensen
Mm-hmm.
is saying that she knows nothing when we know she's in it. Like, you're
Yeah.
not gonna put James Marsden, in an Avengers movie and not Jean Grey.
Did you see the picture they've dropped? The
Oh,
Russo.
yeah, when they were like, "Look closely."
Yeah. So it mirrors the picture that they obviously did when they announced Endgame, and people managed to figure out it was Endgame. So the whole conversation is at the moment they think it's AVX. They think that is it potentially. So when you look at the Marvel slate, it's got Doomsday. I keep forgetting what the other one's called. But you've got the Secret Wars. Was it Secret Wars and Doomsday? You've got those two, and there's a mystery Marvel one in between those two that they've not named yet, and they think they're making a trilogy. They think it's going to start with AVX, Avengers versus X-Men, and then it's going to go into Doomsday, and then we're going to go on into Secret Wars.
So when
So
would we get Avengers versus X-Men?
they're saying that they think that could be the first one. That if they were to do it chronologically,
Even
that's what we
though
would end up getting first, and then they would bump the other two. So,
Oh.
or are we just going to get Avengers versus X-Men as part of that? But AVX is definitely the common understanding is the way he's sitting, the way the light is shining onto it. If you A, V, S, and X, yeah, there's definitely it's there. Lots of analysis and there's X's all over the place, there's A's all over the place. So that would be some pretty special stuff. But it would also Was there not a picture of Downey Jr.'s Doom with Deadpool pinned to the floor?
But they were fighting.
Yeah, well,
I also am convinced, and I could be wrong, but, like, all this, like, media stuff, they're all placing.
oh,
Like like,
they know what's going out there. They know how to do it, and they're playing that game. It's why
I
Tom
see
Holland's
what
not
you
done
mean
any.
about the AVX. Sorry, now I'm looking at the
Yeah,
thing.
clever.
Yeah.
So that that's just one of the things out there. But yes, so yeah, what I'm saying is do we think Coulson will? I'd love to see him just appear. I can
I
put
would
all the multiverses out there and have him appear as Cap or Iron Man for a random universe. Like
but okay, but because I'm such, like, a sentimental person,
Captain Coulson.
I also want him just to be Coulson and reunite with the Avengers.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You
Show up with
know,
his playing cards, his
I
collector's cards.
sort of love him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next up then,
Okay.
you've got next up from Marvel Television and animation.
Yeah. So, honestly, it's actually not a panel I probably would have normally done.
Mhm.
But I did it because we're doing this podcast,
So
and
you were bullied into it. Okay.
what?
You were bullied into it.
Yeah, a little bit. But also, I'm pretty sure if we weren't doing this podcast, you probably would have bullied me to do it anyway, just because you would wanna know what they said.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think we're getting season 2 of the Spider-Man animated series. I think you'll get a trailer for that, which is great. Watched it with the kids; they loved it. I think we'll get hints at is not Marvel Zombies 2,
Yeah.
so that's definitely coming. More what ifs. Um,
I want
th-
more
th-
Iron Fruit.
well, potential is there. But I think what you might also get is Daredevil.
Oh, like season 3?
Uh, no, well, they're filming season 2 at the moment.
I have no idea 'cause I'm
Season
not
2 of
I'm not
the so
far yet.
they have the Marvel, the Netflix ones, 1, 2, and 3, and then they've got Born Again season 1, season 2. You've also got The Punisher, which is just wrapped, The Punisher special,
Oh.
so that's wrapped.
Hmm.
Um, what else? I think there's a few other things. I think you'll be more entertained, I think, than you realize.
No, I'm sure it will
And
be.
Agents of Shield season 9.
Could you imagine?
How many seasons did they do? Was it a 7?
Might have been
6 or
7.
7? Yeah.
So,
So they just skipped season 8.
yeah. It was a
Agents of
heartbreaking
Shield,
anyway.
Born Again.
Listen, I like it. More well done shows. Like, I'm all for well done shows. I think, you know I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen Echo, but I also never heard good things about Echo. And I will see Echo, we know that, but, like
So they did the test screenings for Echo, or the studio saw Echo it and they hated it. They thought it was terrible. And so they ended up taking it from 8 episodes, which is what they wanted to do. I think it was 4 or 5 episodes they dropped it down to. They edited it down, and then they dropped them all at the same time as a media play, because the reason that we now get shows episodically, even on streaming services, is because if they drop it all in one go, we get all the hype for a week and then it disappears because everybody's watched them. If they
yeah,
drop it week by week, the hype builds and builds and builds, and it continues to stay media present. So
right,
Echo, they released all 5 episodes or 6, whatever it was, all at once because they wanted all the bad press out of the way, done and dusted as quickly as possible. And I don't think it got a lot of bad press. People were actually like, it's not great, but it's not the best thing I've seen, but it's also not bad. Um, and she was great in it. There was a good story arc. So,
know what they're gonna talk about? They're gonna talk about Vision Quest.
well, are we getting Vision Quest? Have
We're
they
getting
filmed
ready
Vision?
Vision Quest. I'm pretty sure they have said it, or I also could just be thinking about, like, what fans have said.
Yeah, I don't think they've. I don't think I've read anywhere that they're doing Vision
Well,
Quest.
I'll find out at
I
Comic-Con.
know. I know there was Vision Quest
Wasn't
release, right?
wasn't somebody
USA
spotting
2026, Disney Plus in 2026. So it's potential. It's potential. You might get the first trailer. So get that camera phone out. I mean, what?
Oh my god, the Marvel guys come out with, like, their Night Ray goggles and, like, their big machine guns, and they will just gun you down if you are.
I mean, yeah, you're totally right, but I mean, you could have sent it by that point.
I can
All
just
I'm
put
saying is
Buffalo and just live
that
stream.
that cool merch that you've got, you could totally cut a hole in it and just sit there, like, holding your mag like you're so excited with a little hole perfectly cut so you could film.
I mean, didn't Mark Ruffalo accidentally, like, live stream the first, like, 10 minutes?
He did something like that, didn't he? And he made that joke recently. He was asked,
Why
"Where
he's
does the
not
Hulk?"
in Doomsday.
Yeah, "Where does the Hulk fit? Why he's not in it?" And he's like, "'Cause they don't want me giving away the secrets."
He's in it. We know he's in it.
But the thing is, he's also at that point where if he's playing, Smart Hulk, the Professor Hulk, then he just has to be recorded elsewhere. He doesn't need to be on set, like.
I mean, that's like, Alan Cumming.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow. Can't wait.
Okay. Then we've got Beauty, the Beauty. FX is the Beauty? Is that a Beauty and the Beast?
No, no, so that's a Ryan Murphy show.
Okay.
Actually, I
He's
know
still
very
going?
he is.
He had everything for a while, didn't he? He did Glee and American Horror Story, just to
No, but
really
he's
throw it out there.
but he's also doing all, like, the monster shows, which, I mean, like, I don't watch. Like, I didn't watch the Jeffrey Dahmer one. I thought it was in bad taste. And I like a serial killer. Like, now, like, I do find it interesting, but, like,
Have you tasted human flesh?
no.
Oh, I was just wondering if you knew it was a bad taste, or you just assuming.
It's not nice.
Okay, sorry.
Not nice. But, like, I do think there has to be a statute of limitations before you start doing, like, true crime. I think Jeffrey Dahmer is just a little too soon. He's doing the new one with Ed Gein. I think that one I think is like the 1930s. I think that's
I mean,
long.
surely it should be. You'd think statute limitations would be the victims,
Yeah, like Jeffrey
like the
Dahmer.
victim's life. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
okay, so hold
So
on,
the
let me just
Beauty is. So tell me
why
about it.
I don't know, I'm Googling it.
You saying you were just like Ryan Murphy? It'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, Evan Peters is in it, who I like, and nerd, and, we know. Um, Let me see. I remember seeing it, looked decent. Ashton Kutcher, Jeremy Pope. Um, let's see, what does Deadline say about it? Says nothing.
Investigate the Beauty STD. Is that right?
What? So it's a series ordered to the beauty. It's a drama starring Evan Peters, Anthony Ramos,
Yep.
Jeremy Pope, and Ashton Kutcher. It's based on the comic books
Oh, there we go.
by Jeremy Horn and Jason Hurley. What comic books? I don't know it.
It makes sense because the title picture for it is a comic book. There we go. That's why we're not quite nerds.
Is it about an STD?
It's about partners Drew Foster and Cara Vaughn investigate the Beauty STD causing aesthetic effects but proven lethal, evading corrupt officials and a mercenary targeting them. So yeah. There you go.
We'll find out all about it. And also,
You-
it's really late. There's a possibility I'm like, I don't want to be here that late,
Yeah.
but we'll see. We'll see. It's 6:15, which is pretty late for me at Comic-Con. But I'm pretty sure Walking Dead was later.
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, yeah, and it's a comic book. Who knew? I was just
There you go.
intrigued by the cast, and I like Brian Murphy. I like his shows. Like,
I
I
mean,
think
he's done some good shows. He has done some good shows. He reminds me a little bit of his name just escaped me. It's just gone out of my head. But the guy that produced the Arrowverse as well, where he just seems to be working so hard. He's got like 12 TV shows at a time on the air, and you're like, how are you pulling this together? Do you sleep? Do you have family? Like,
yeah. I mean, he also does like 911. He was doing Doctor Odyssey.
yeah.
It's just like him
Before
and
it got cancelled because Dr. Odyssey was the wrong one to throw your money behind. Clearly, High Potential was the better choice. But anyway,
okay. Also, first of all, love High Potential.
yeah.
But I also really like Doctor Odyssey, and I'm
I
sad
still
they let it
we
go.
we on Disney Plus UK, so which is about, I think we've got Star. I think they're about to rebrand. I read somewhere as Hulu here as well, because we don't
What
have Hulu in the UK.
about Hulu?
So we've got Star. They call it Star.
Hulu's closing. They're getting rid of
Oh, it's
Hulu.
Hulu closing,
Yeah, they're getting rid of they're shutting down Hulu, and
and they're just
everything's
making it
going.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I think will happen then is you'll have a tab on it that will just be we've got, you think about it, you've got like Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Star. And Star is all the content above a certain age group, and that's where High Potential and stuff like that is. I think they're going to rebrand that as Hulu here, call it Hulu, and that's what will happen on your app is they'll just throw it all into one, and it'll just be a Hulu tab. But yeah, last year Doctor Odyssey came out, and they put a lot of money behind that in the UK. They made that the one that they were doing episodic, and High Potential was not available anyway until the whole season finished. This year, High Potential is getting a weekly update because they're like, "Oh, that was a successful
No,
show."
so good.
Great
So,
show.
I mean, also, I thought that what was what's her name? What's the actress's
Kaylin
name?
Olsen.
Thank you. I thought her other show, The Mick, I thought
Oh,
that didn't get a
so
fair.
good.
I thought that was
So good.
so good, and I thought it was prematurely canceled.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That was so good.
so good. That little boy in it, so
Uh,
fun.
all the kids in it were so funny.
Yeah,
Like, they were so good. Yeah, no, you're right. The Mick was a great show too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are my panels for Saturday.
Okay.
And then what I did, which I've never done before, but because it was available, I was like, why not? They had a free signing with George R.R. Martin.
Which is
Uh,
amazing because the fact that he's still writing will blow a lot of people's minds because we've been waiting for 10 years for the last book.
well, the thing is, he's not writing; he's just signing things.
Well, he's still writing. He's still using his hand to write. I assumed at this point that his hands had cramped up and he had no ability to hold a pen, pencil, or type.
I had heard that he has said, and I don't know if just saw this or if it's true, but I had heard that he had said that he's never finishing them because they're finished on HBO.
But he always had a statement that he wouldn't have gone that direction, that the shows.
It is not what I thought. 'Cause I've read the books. I've read
Yeah.
all of the books. I read all 5 of the Dance of Dragon, The Song of Ice and Fire. I have my own theories about where the books are going, and it's not what happened with the
And,
show.
I think that's the problem he'll have. Or not have, I suppose.
But I disagree with the show. I think that the book,
Or
if the book
maybe
goes the way I think it's a better situation.
maybe he was always going to do that. And then he was like, "Oh shit, they reacted so badly to that. I need to come up with a new ending." No, I'd read somewhere. Is he not writing a different series of books at the moment? I'd read somewhere that he started writing a different series, and he really enjoyed writing that and going off into a new world and doing something different. And that he'd always said he'd then come back to that at a later point. But I can get
Well,
that. You get that burnout. Like,
he
I've
did
been in
write
this for so long.
but he did write the 2 other books that are, what House of Dragon's based
Mhm.
on, which is the prequel, and, it's Dance with Dragons.
Yeah.
And I read those are good. Then he has this one-off book called, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which is also kind of a prequel. And that's also coming to HBO.
Yeah. I mean,
But if he did something that's not Game of Thrones-esque,
I don't. I knew he'd written some other stuff, and he was just like, I just went in a different direction. And I had fun with it. But then, knowing him as an author and his meticulous nature, he might well be setting things up in these prequel books that will play out in the final. Do you know what I mean? Like, there'll be things that he's gone, plot holes that he's identified, or directions he wants to take it, and he's like, "Well, I've never explained that," and he's like, "I could do that in this book."
actually, that's a really good point because I said I read all the books. I read all these, like, the Game of Thrones books, and, one of the things that they talk about in the Dance of Dragons, which they don't talk about in the Game of Thrones series, sort of Ice and Fire series, is about the dragon riders. And so we see it in the House of Dragon show, but the way that it's supposed to be is every dragon has one dragon rider. So I've always said, after reading those, reading A Song of Ice and Fire, in my theory, there are 3 dragons.
Yeah.
So there could be
3
3
writers.
riders.
Yeah.
And so it's Daenerys Targaryen. I was gonna tell you my theory. I don't care. It's Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah.
And then there's another character in the book that never made its way into the series, who is her. So Daenerys' older brother was Rhaegar.
Yeah.
And he had 3 children, and they killed 2 of them. And they said that the 3rd one died, but in the book, there's this other child that she finds in, Velaris, and that's supposed to be Rhaegar's 3rd child.
Okay.
That's the 2nd dragon rider.
Yep.
third dragon rider, based on my opinion from the book, is Tyrion Lannister.
Hmm.
Because in the book, he's monstrous in the book. He doesn't look like Peter Dinklage is a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
That's not what he looks like in the book. In the book, his nose was fully cut off from the Battle of Blackwater. He has one brown eye, one purple eye. Who has purple eyes? The Targaryens. And his father's always hated him. And what you see in the show is his father hated him because he's this monstrous child, but maybe his father hated him because he was a bastard, because his mother was seduced by the Mad King, which makes Tyrion Lannister the heir to the throne.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's my
Okay.
theory.
And so yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if he's done these books in order to fill in what he would see as potential plot holes. And I think I was reading something recently where an author was asked a question. He said, I was doing a book signing, and he says, and it was like he wrote thrillers, and somebody said to him, "Oh my God, the way that you came up with this amazing thing, and like you laid the seeds for this there, and it played out, and he had this on him at this point," and the author was like, "Oh no, I got him to that point," and I was like, "Shit, he needs to get out of this situation." So I went back and wrote that part. And it's that thing that when you read it as a narrative, you don't see it that way. But that's exactly, and right now, maybe that's what George R.R. Martin is doing, is he is going back and writing all these things so they are there, and then he can go, "Oh look, all the things you would have moaned about are now explained."
Yeah. They also are really well written. Like, he has such an attention to detail, and I think he's a really good writer. Like, you really can picture everything. And what I always find funny is, like, the HBO, the show has so many sex scenes, and there's not that many sex scenes in the books, but what there are pages and pages of describing what all the meals are at the feasts, like, what all the dishes are. So I always say that they replace the feasts with sex in the show, which
Yeah,
makes
I mean,
sense for
makes
HBO.
sense. It does. It does make sense. Although there's only sex really in the first season.
It's true.
And
It's true.
once they all they were like, "Oh, now we're famous. This is successful." They all got new contracts, which involve less nudity.
Right.
Yeah,
Which fine.
yeah, totally.
I don't need gratuitous sex.
And then the
Wait,
last off. Go
hold
on.
on.
Oh,
I'm
go on.
showing you what he's gonna sign.
Oh, you're gonna get. You can't do that. It's not that type of podcast.
What?
You can't.
A book. It's a book.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna go full rock star with him.
No. Uh, we've been friends for 17 years. You're not seeing us. So I
Scoop,
would have shown you on the podcast anyway.
scoop dunk.
That's different. That is- It doesn't make sense why it's different, but it's different.
I will pay your mortgage for a month if you scoop dunk George R.R. Martin.
Do you wanna know what my mortgage is first?
No, because I'm that sure it will not happen.
I'm gonna ask him.
Go for it.
My friend is gonna pay for my New York City mortgage for a month if you let me video me scoop dunking you.
Yeah, and he'll be like, "What's a scoop dunk?"
And I'll show
No.
scoop dunk. As long as it's scoop dunk and not an alley-oop.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Alright, so I'm having him sign because, again, there's a lot of books. He hasn't finished the series. Do you I know I did show you already, right? Which book?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm having him sign A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms,
Okay.
which is the other prequel coming to HBO soon. But the story of Dunk and Egg, if you haven't read it, and Egg is one of the Aegon Targaryens. His nickname is Egg. And his knight, Sir Duncan. I don't remember if it's Sir Duncan the Bold or Sir Duncan the Large or whatever. But it's like their little their story together, and it's a sweet story, and it's a one-off story, and it's short, and I enjoyed it. So
Okay.
that's having him sign.
Fair. That's fair. That's
All right.
good.
And then Sunday.
Yep.
Busy Saturday for me.
It is a busy Saturday. I just thought that I was like, that's a busy. Like you've got a lot going on there. It's good that they did like the signings. I think should have bookings.
Yeah.
Like I remember getting I remember being the genius that came up with definitely happened before me, but the genius on the day that the Pretty Little Liars signing was there, and I thought I don't want this for me. I want this for Gemma, right? Like I have no idea who you girls are. But I was in the line to stand. It was all female, apart from a dad stood behind me, and a very camp gentleman stood in front, and the three of us as men stood together, and we were like, "Oh, what's the chances that we're in the queue together?" sort of thing. And I remember going through the line and thinking, I don't need this. Can I get a video from you all? So they all signed, and I've still got it. It's on the wall of my office, but they all signed. But the highlight of that was definitely the fact that they all did a video for Gemma. Like, "Hi,
Oh.
Gemma, sorry you can't be here. Maybe one day I'll get to meet you." Which I then sent to her, so she got 5 of those, and I got high-fived by one of them. She was like, "Oh my god, you have totally scored some major points with this." And I said, "Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Maybe I'll be able to come back to Comic-Con one day."
Was that your last year at Comic-Con?
I think was the year after. I think that was the first year we went. Yeah, because I've only done 2, 15, 16, so
Oh, wow.
14, 15. I don't know, whichever ones it
No,
was.
no,
Yeah,
no, 15, 16. Because
15,
my
16.
first con was your first con. That was 15.
Yeah.
I remember walking into the Javits Center. It's like my favorite memory. I tell everyone this story. Walking into the Javits. Oh, and first of all, you were staying with Luch,
Yep.
and I ran into you guys on the subway.
Yes. Yeah.
We were just somehow on the same car. And we were walking into the Javits Center together from the subway. And no, it wasn't even from the subway. Oh my God. Because they've now changed the subway. So we were walking. The subway was all the way down. We had to walk all those blocks. Now the subway is like right next to Javits Center. But we're walking, you see the Javits Center, and all of a sudden I don't realize I'm doing this. And you look at me and you're like, "You good?" And I'm like, "Why?" And I didn't realize I was like death gripping your arm because the last time I'd been there was for the bar exam. And I was just getting straight PTSD.
Hey,
Didn't know if I passed the bar at that point yet because I didn't find out for another 2 weeks.
you passed all of that. It's in the past now. You can go to the Javits and enjoy it.
That was a stressful time in my life, which
Yeah.
almost failed because of you.
Whatever, vomit comment. Uh, we'll tell them that story one day. So Sunday, of course, is family day, so we tend not to have any big, massive panels or anything there. In fact, I've noticed that 9th, 10th, and 11th, DC have panels and signings taking place at their spot,
Wow.
but not on the 12th.
Mm.
So that clearly shows you how much they value the 12th. But it's family day. But yes, so Sunday you wrap it up with.
X-Men Days of Future cast.
Yeah, makes
So,
sense.
who's gonna be there? I don't remember who's gonna be there.
That's a good point, actually. Do you know what?
Wait, I have the app.
What about Nicholas Hoult?
He might be there.
Because if like I said, DC have announced that they're going to have a panel and signings and things at their desk, and that would make sense now he's Lex Luthor.
Let's see.
Like if he's in town anyway.
It says it's only James McAvoy and Elliot Page.
Okay, maybe. But
Maybe.
like I said, DC only announced that this week.
I mean, we also know Comic-Con. Like, how many
Yeah.
times are like people just show up?
Yeah, well, but we were there famously the year when Mark Ruffalo and Scarlett Johansson were walking around in cosplay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then they posted the video backstage. And I was like, I remember walking past. And you're like, fucking Mark Ruffalo. But I also remember that year I was walking down the stairs, the Impractical Jokers were there. And I was going down the escalator to like Artist Alley or somewhere down there. And Quinn Q was in front of me.
What are you doing? You were
Because at that point, I didn't know that there was this burning love story between the two of you at that point.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
remember
but
thinking, oh my god, that's cool. This is the guy from Impractical Jokers. They'd just
he
been on the
doesn't
panel.
know
I
there's a
also didn't know he was a huge comic book fan and that he was involved with Kevin Smith and Walt and all those guys. None of that was present to me at that point. So
like, if you were gonna, like, make a list of things that you would hope that, like, my future husband had, like, Q has all of them.
he does. He does.
What is right? It's weird.
Yeah.
The only explanation is that we're soulmates.
That it must be. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. And you've just never met. You're just on different paths right now. Eventually you will meet.
But it's funny though that there's so many like weird connections. Like we're like 2 degrees of separation in multiple different like ways. It'll happen.
Okay. Good luck with that. Good luck
That
with
just sounds creepy.
So you're excited? Are you expecting anything special from Days of Future Past? Or are we just expecting to see a bunch of people that are going to show up at some point in the new Avengers movies?
All right. I mean, I think Okay, I always am excited to hear the behind the scenes stuff, like, what's the stuff we didn't know. I always find that interesting. My guess is that people are gonna ask about Avengers Doomsday, and it's probably still gonna be, Marvel people there, ready to shoot them, the actors, stun the actors if we start talking. So we probably won't get any, like, tidbits, but I'm sure people are gonna try.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. My additions to that were the DC panel. If you get a chance to swing by the DC desk, they've, like as I said, they've announced sign-ins, giveaways, and effectively, I think that, but it looks of it, they'll be running a panel at the.
Where can
Um,
you see that?
I did post it. It was on Facebook. DC announced they returned to NYCC with its multi-level DC booth, number 4,365, on the convention show floor, panel lineup, sign-ins, and more. So I remember Marvel did the same thing when
Right.
the Daredevil show came out. And so they had sign-ins at the thing, but you just had to show up and old school show up and line up, and that was
Yeah,
you. You know, they gave out a certain amount of wristbands. If you didn't get a wristband, sorry, you're not in the queue.
yeah. What's the, um, booth number?
4365.
I just wanna see if they have anything on the app. No, they just say, what DC is.
Yeah. Um, and then, uh, sorry.
I'll go check it out. You don't get
Yeah. Well,
free things.
yeah. Swing
I
by.
have a beautiful tote with
You
all for
do.
all my free
You
things.
do. Um, and then obviously my artist alley, I've only had a quick scout. I've not had a detailed look, but Tim Seeley's there, who is the writer of Money Shot, previously
Mm.
mentioned on this show. Um,
Am I gonna have to get him to sign something and tell him that we used him as our,
I mean, you don't have to, but I think that would be a great thing for you to do. Um, Matt Kint, who did one of the other ones that I talked about, he did the Folklords that I've talked about
Yep.
and really enjoyed. And Tom King, who is a rock star of the superhero genre at the moment. You know, he's doing some amazing stuff at DC. And in
Mm.
fact, there's 3 comic book stores in Newcastle. There's 4, but there's 3 within like 50 meters of each other,
So there's lots of Gregs and
and
comic
lots of comic
yeah,
book stores.
you
So
get
I swung by today and picked up
the
Batman. So that'll be my train reading on the way home. But yeah, that's Tom King, and I think his Supergirl, Girl of Tomorrow, might well be the inspiration for the Supergirl movie that's coming out next. So, yeah, Tom King's going to be there as well. So, I mean, that's what I said it at the start. But I do love that about Comic Con, is the amazing artist alley that they have in New York Comic Con. You just get the rock stars of the comic book world.
What was the name of the guy who did Money Shot?
Tim Seeley.
Him. I'm gonna heart him so I
Yeah,
remember well. Um, hearted.
there you go. If
So
only I could have got you. If I'd known that in advance, I totally could have got you my bloody first edition.
that just
Thank.
sounded so Scottish the way you said bloody.
Oh, really? I'm going Scottish now. There you go. All right, lad. Sorry, I'll go back Scouse if you want.
Well, I don't hate it all.
Oh, no, I'll go Welsh then. Nice Welsh voice, is there?
Nope. Mm-mm. Veto all of it. Keep this weird British hybrid.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
All right.
Um,
All right. So I won't
yeah,
have your first edition, but maybe I'll
yeah,
finally buy it because I told you I'd read it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right from the man himself.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I will.
Yeah.
See what he does.
Yeah.
I know. I bought Sex Criminals, number 2 at Comic-Con a couple years ago. I never read it.
So I went today and I was like, oh, there's Saga and Sex Criminals, but they didn't have, or Saga, they did have an issue 1, which is the one I gave to Luch. And Sex Criminals, they didn't have the first issue or the first compendium. So I was like, I'm not buying the second compendium. And in fact, One Piece was the other one I looked at, and they had compendiums of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like in blocks of 3. But one, they only have just one on its own. And I was like, no, I'll buy the compendium.
When did One Piece start coming out? When did One Piece come out on Netflix?
2 years ago.
Okay.
So it's not too long ago. But I've been watching One Piece, the animated series with the kids, and they think it's great. They think it's absolutely brilliant. Which is great. I'm really enjoying that. And it's just something we put on sometimes. I'm like, we've got 20 minutes before bedtime. Let's
Yeah.
put an episode of One Piece on. So yeah.
What all right, give me your theories. What do you think is gonna be, like, the costume of the weekend? 'Cause I remember, like, the year that Deadpool came out, everybody was Deadpool.
That's a good question. And Harley Quinn, remember that year?
Yeah, oh, there's so many Harley
I,
Quinns.
I, so, oh my God, what was her name? She's a writer, and she did the Kiss comics, and she did a mental health panel, and it was brilliant because she was like, why are all you people walking around dressed as, and she literally was like, talking to girls dressed as Harley Quinn. Like, you realize that Harley Quinn is the most mentally abused of all the characters. The Joker, like, she was talking about the merch, the what's it called? Hot Topic merch, where it was like
They
hashtag,
made couple goals.
yeah, they were like hashtag couple goals and stuff like that. And she was just like, this scares me. Amy Chu, I'm sure it was Amy Chu. This scares me. This is not what we want. I don't know. What is going to be the one this year? It's a really good question because there's always one. Actually, I think One Piece might be up there.
Well, that's why I was asking about how long it's been out,
K-pop
'cause
Demon Hunters.
oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah, yeah. K-pop Demon Hunters. That's going to be a big one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think it'll be good.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure you'll have a great time.
I know, I'm just trying to decide if I'm actually cosplaying or if I'm, um, just gonna wear my not quite nerds merch.
I like it.
I'm
Hey,
trying
either way, go and have a good time. That's kind of the key to it all, right? Go nerd
oh,
up.
it's my favorite. It's my favorite time of the year. I'm just
Yeah,
actually sad I'm not taking the days off to go all 4 days
yeah.
'cause I love going all 4 days.
It's hard
And
work. It is
it
hard
will
work. It's, like I'm doing a careers event here, 3 days standing on my feet. So I'm effectively working a table as it would be. It's hard.
yeah,
And doing 4 days would be hard. I'm getting old now, so I'd
I
need a
know.
wheelchair.
Well,
Blue
what I
badge.
why I like the 4 days is because I don't feel obligated to see everything right away. So I can go slower. I wanna leave a little early, I can.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like, whereas when I go 2 days, I feel rushed to see everything.
The year that we went, and it was the second year we went, so 16. It was good because they had some of the stuff at MSG, and
Mhm.
while it was a pain in the ass, you left the building.
Yeah.
Like, and that felt like, oh, I got outside. I'm not trapped inside this building all day. Like, you got
Yeah.
to walk across to MSG and you got to go do something a little bit different. So
Yeah.
that was a pretty good year. That was the other Power Rangers, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh my god, yes. With what's the name of the actor? He was in
Oh.
Stranger Things.
Yeah. Um, and speaking of actors, you mentioned that in Doctor Who, the first one, first episode of season 5, we had
Oh, I'm blanking on her name.
Baron
I said
Gillen
it.
and the other one. What's her name?
I'm
Who
about to
plays
say Claire
the?
Foy. It's not Claire Foy. It's,
I literally was looking at it up earlier. Um, I keep thinking Tilda Swinton, and it's not Tilda Swinton.
oh, this one.
It's the British one who has gone on and won awards and stuff now.
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman, that's right. But also the good-looking boy, not boyfriend in it.
Rory.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not Rory, the not boyfriend, the one that
Oh, the one that,
with
he
the
goes to the
laptop.
house?
Yep. Who is
Oh,
now in
I have no idea who that actor
Umbrella
is.
Academy.
He's not in it.
Yeah, he is.
Wait, you're talking about, oh, what's it from The Misfits?
Hang on. No. The Luther in
Oh,
Umbrella
oh, oh,
Academy.
oh, 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 who's
Wait,
in also in Game of Thrones?
yeah. So he's the the other boyfriend, where you get Rory, and he
Um,
says, I can't remember what his name was. I'll look it up now, but he says his name, and it's the moment where he goes, "Oh, the good-looking one," and Rory's face drops. He's just like
oh my god, hold on, I'm going to IMDb.
devastated.
Season 5,
And
episode 1, the 11th hour. Oh, so good. That
yes,
episode's so good.
uh,
What a good
Jeff.
introduction to what?
He's
Jeff.
he's Jeff. He's Jeff.
What is the actor's name? Hold on.
Tom Hooper.
Tom Hooper. He is in it.
Yeah.
Wow, so good. Alright, I know we'll talk about Doctor Who when Luch is back with us, but, like, also, what a good introduction to a new doctor, that episode.
Oh, so good because of the both episodes, the first one and the second one, because you see two sides of the same coin.
Wait, which is the second episode? Hold on.
So
I know
the
his
beast
own
below,
ver The Beast Below. Oh, you're right,
because
2 different sides of him.
the first one, high energy, funny, the lightness that we didn't see from Tennant a lot. We saw it briefly, but never a lot.
Mhm.
Loads of that in the first one.
Yep.
Second one, that darkness, that edge to him.
Yeah, but with a kindness.
Oh, always, yeah,
Ugh,
yeah.
I mean, which, like, you always hope the doctor is kind.
Uh-huh.
The doctor always should be kind, but with a new doctor, you never know how they're who they're gonna be. Um, but and who was it? Oh, no, it's David Tennant. It's David Tennant's first episode where he's talking about what type of man he is, and he's like, "I don't know what type of man I am."
Yeah.
And then he does kill the, Sycorax.
Yeah.
Um, and he's like, "That's the type of man I am." So it's such a good way to learn
And
who the doctor is.
while Leach isn't here, so it's no spoilers for him. My notes on season 5 are, um, first of all, I said some great philosophy throughout the whole thing. I love it.
Mhm.
But season 5, the difference is, and we talked about it through our group chat. Russell's not there anymore.
No.
We move on to Moffat. And what I loved about the Russell T Davies ones were the arc was there, but it was shielded, and you have to look for it. And it was something that
Mhm.
became obvious afterwards. And then you get the first season of episode 5, the crack in the wall. There's a crack in time. Boom.
Right.
Like, okay, well, that's what we're looking for now. For every episode, we're looking for the crack. Whereas, Bad Wolf, even, it was so
Right.
well done because you didn't know about it until
No.
way in. You like 5 episodes in, you're like, hang on a
Why do they
sec.
keep saying bad wolf?
Yeah, like, and
Yeah.
even that. So yeah. I immediately with Moffat, I was just like, it feels dumber. Not to that it is. It feels it because he's been so obvious about what the thing is. Whereas
Do you remember what I know you've seen all these, but do you remember what the thing is?
no, no,
Okay, so this is not a spoiler. What I think you're right. I think it is dumber because it's right in your face, but I think when the shoe drops,
Mhm.
it's like, "How the fuck?" Like, it's a smarter like, what it is smarter, whereas, like, I always thought that, like, Bad Wolf, yes, it was done beautifully, but, like, okay, but still, why Bad Wolf?
Yeah.
Like, why do the words have to be Bad Wolf? Like, that to me never really made sense. So, like, the arc I thought was a little smarter, but the execution wasn't necessarily well done, whereas I think Moffat's the opposite.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and, I mean, I love Moffat. I saw when Peter Capaldi became the Doctor. They did a tour, like a worldwide tour premiering the first episode, and I got a ticket, at the Ziegfeld Theater, and so it was, it was a Capaldi, Moffat, and then the companion at the time, and I won't tell you who the companion is because 'cause it'll be a spoiler. Um,
I remember watching the first episode of Capaldi anyway.
okay. So,
I love that line. Oh, I'm Scottish. Oh, I can run with that.
and I just remember, like, Moffat is at that time, at that point, I'd been watching it live. And Moffat got like, I remember clapping so much for Moffat because you hate to love him. Like, he does such a good job. He's such a good like, showrunner,
Yeah,
uh, and he'll get you. He will
yeah.
get
Okay.
yeah.
I do think I wrote at the top of the page season 4 Piku. I don't know. Like I said, what I've realized I've done an awful lot is watch the first 2 episodes with a new Doctor, or the first like 2 episodes of a new season,
Yeah.
and then gone, oh, I've missed episodes, I better go back and watch them, and never go back to it. So, and I knew with Nishii, I was like, I'm not watching this because I watched the first 2 episodes with What's Her Face, and then didn't watch any more. Yeah. And didn't watch any more after that. And I quite liked her in those first 2 episodes, but
she was great, and like I will go to bat for Jodie all day. I know I said don't want her on my photo, but she's a great actress. The problem was she had a horrible showrunner, and it just goes to show you why the showrunner is so important.
Yeah,
because I mean it was the same episode every single episode. So yes, it was good the first 2 episodes, but then it's the same thing and the same thing and the same thing.
which I think we've said about a lot of TV shows. They tend to fall into that pattern, and you start going, well, I know what's going to happen. I'm actually only watching it for the 10 minutes of character development that takes place in each episode.
Right, and the character development that Chris Chibnall tried, I think, took away so much Doctor Who lore and canon that I just don't think it was worth it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's always hard. Always hard, especially when you've got something that's so iconic.
Yeah. But like I feel like RTD and Moffat did such a good job. Like they took what was already existing and they added to it. They didn't take away anything that was already existing. I think Chibnall was trying to rewrite it almost.
I suppose it gets difficult. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It gets difficult to do that. So I'm just trying to look up who was the companion with.
Oh my God.
Capaldi.
Clara.
Oh yes, yeah.
Clara.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Your next episode. I'm just looking at what's season 5, episode 4. Because you said you finished 3.
Or I don't think I finished. I don't know if I finished 3. I don't know. It's the Daleks, Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
I'm halfway through.
Yeah. Okay. The next episode.
Okay.
Watch it with you. I can't. We can. I can. I have the VPN.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That was us then. I suppose that was us this week. We definitely weren't supposed to talk about Doctor Who, but we did anyway.
We'll talk about Who all day.
I was gonna say, but also for Luch, we'll just say it all again.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah. And you've got Comic-Con, so have an amazing time at Comic-Con.
Nice.
And we will see you next week.
Yeah. I don't think we should talk about Comic-Con next week.
Okay.
I think I need time for it to set in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to be honest and tell them that I'm away next week on holiday, so we're going to record the next episode before Comic-Con. But well done.
Thank you. I was trying.
You were. Well, actually, I was going to say the dead giveaway would have been still being in a hotel, but we've changed when we're going to record it now, so I'll actually be at home.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, Matt's been in that hotel for an awfully long time.
I'm gonna switch angles.
Yeah. I was considering changing t-shirt if we were recording 2 tonight.
Oh, I was honestly gonna change a t-shirt.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, on that note, we'll see you again next week, which for us will be in about 3 days' time.
Yeah.
See you then.